Okay, I'm just waiting for a few more people just to build this. I didn't plan on doing this live video today. I did one on Monday, but I just thought it's basically based on a conversation that I had with my friend yesterday. So I just thought this would be a good topic to have maybe a discussion about. So hopefully I'll get a few people online so we can sort of have a bit of a discussion about it, because this is probably something that applies to a lot of people. So, you know, most of you might be at work anyway, or maybe you'll be out and about doing stuff. And I did promise that I would give you some notice, advance notice, when I'm going to do a live video. But today this is just spur of the moment, so come on, at least one person, let's get a few people talking. When I get one person come online, then I'll start sort of discussing, I suppose. Otherwise it's just the same as me doing a video that I record and then put on YouTube and then just send to the page. But what I'm trying to get into a habit of now is doing more live videos so that they're interactive. And the good thing about that is that you can leave your comments, you can join in, it's more engaging. Rather than me just posting a video that I'm not there to answer the questions. So come on, let's get a few people on live. No one yet. And what's interesting about live video, I suppose, is that a lot of the videos are more for like entertaining, or if you're on holiday somewhere, so you've got the beautiful scenery, maybe you're doing, I don't know, you're at an event or something like that. And I will be doing some of those types of videos as well. But today, really, it's just about getting involved in a discussion. So there's no one on here yet, so it just feels like it's me talking to myself. So I'm just going to give it a bit more time, and then I'm just going to still continue with the live video, because I'm not going to end it because there's no one here. The other thing is, I suppose you can watch it on the replay later, so that's the big thing. Okay, so the title of this video is Relationship Goals, and I work with couples. I do couples counselling. I also work with individuals with depression and individuals with stress. So originally, when I became a counsellor over 7 years ago, the plan was just, I didn't know really what I wanted to specialise in. And I started working with I started working with individuals, and there was a range of issues. So I've actually worked with individuals with lots of different problems. And then it's only when I started going into private practice, and I was getting quite a lot of referrals from couples, and I did some couples training, and I also read a lot about it, educated myself on the issues, and also used my own personal experience of my relationships. And then from that point on, I sort of felt that this was really the target market that I was. Hi, someone's online, so tell me your name and just join in with the conversation if you want to. This is about relationship goals, and it's talking about the importance of relationship goals. Leave your comments and ask questions, join in as much as you want. So as I was saying, I'm a couples counsellor. I also work with individuals. And the reason I'm making this video is because of a discussion I had with my friend the other day. So my friend has been with her partner for 6 years. They've got a child together. He's also a stepfather to, well, they're not married, so he's a stepfather sort of to her daughters as well. And we were sat at the kitchen table, and I said to my friend, if your partner asked you to marry you, if he proposed, how would you feel? Or I think I said, what would you do? And her response was, I don't know. And so I said to her, you don't know? You've been with him for 6 years? And she said, yeah, I don't know. I don't know where this relationship is going. Now, me and her daughter, who was sat there, were both shocked a little bit, because you would assume that someone who's been with someone for 6 years would at least know what their response would be if they had got a proposal. Or they would at least know where the relationship's going. But it made me kind of think then and reflect, how many people set relationship goals? Lots of people set goals about, where they want to live, what they want to do, what jobs they want, especially with the new year coming up. Guaranteed there'll be lots of people setting goals, you know, I want to lose more weight in 2017, I want a better job, I want this. But do we set relationship goals? Because if you don't set goals about your relationship, then how do you expect your relationship to achieve what you want it to do in the same way that you set goals for yourself? So I just want to talk about maybe 5 reasons to set relationship goals. And they don't have to be, you know, a long list of things that you want to do together and, you know, really structured. You could have a goal as simple as once a month we go out as a couple, so date night. You could have a goal that says once, even though we both work really hard, once a year we take a holiday together without the kids, if you've got kids. It's just more important that you set goals, because if you don't set them, then you won't know where your relationship is going. So the number 1 reason to set goals is that it keeps you both on track. So imagine how you feel when you set your own personal goals, because I set goals quite a lot. I feel as though if I'm stuck or if I'm struggling, then when I set a goal, so my goal could be to get a car in 6 months, it could be to move house, it keeps you on track, so it makes you think, right, I've got to aim for this. So imagine if you're a couple, if you don't know where your relationship's going, if you're just sort of stuck in a rut with this person, you're undecided about whether you actually want to continue in the relationship, sit down together and set some goals. Say something like, where do we want to be next year, in a year's time? What are our plans for 5 years? Now, some people I know for a fact are going to say, just go with the flow, and oh, you don't sit around and talk about your relationship with someone, and it's got to be natural, it's got to evolve, it's got to progress. But have a think about it for a second. If you're just going along in a relationship, you probably end up being like my friend, which I'm not saying anything negative about her, but if you've been with someone for 6 years and you've got a child with them, but you still don't know how you feel about them, really, because if you can't answer a question of, if my partner proposed to me, how I would feel or what I would do, that means you're still not sure about the relationship. Most people would know, they would say, well, I'd be really happy if you proposed, or I wouldn't accept the ring because I'm not sure. But so that's one thing, keeping you both on track. You can set individual goals and goals as together, but it's just important to keep you on track. Is there anyone watching? Well, I know there's one person watching. What would you say about if you're in a relationship? Have you set goals with your partner? But also, if you're not in a relationship, you can set relationship goals for what you want in a relationship. So one of your goals might be that I want to meet someone who is ambitious as me, or I want to meet someone who wants to live abroad because that's what I want. So you can still set relationship goals even if you're not in a relationship. Number 2 is it gives you both something to look forward to. So goals is a way of you setting your future, because what you're saying is, we're going to achieve this and therefore it's going to make me happy, or it's going to do something for my life. So if you're just going along in your relationship and you don't have a plan for the future, you ask your partner and he says, I don't know, I can't tell you where I'll be in a year's time, I don't know what the future holds. All these little general comments that people make, my feeling is that it's because they don't want to face the reality, they don't want to deal with their relationship. Because if you're both moving along smoothly and things are going well and everything's positive, you would want to set goals, but you would also be happy to set goals because it means it's keeping you both on track, which is the first one, and it's giving you something to look forward to. You're not going to set bad goals, are you, or negative goals? They're always going to be positive. So if you're in a good relationship where there's good communication and where you're both on the right track, then there shouldn't be a problem with setting goals. Okay? So number 3, setting goals in your relationship shows your commitment to each other. How committed do you think someone feels when they say, look, even though we've only been together 18 months or 2 years, I've always wanted to go to the Caribbean on holiday, I've always wanted to go to Italy or whatever, so let's do it, let's plan it one day. Now, the fact that your man or woman says, let's do this together, when that's a goal that they've always had. Or, you know, I've always wanted kids, how do you feel about adopting in the future? Someone who's talking about their goals with you, but including you in them, shows that they really care about you, but it also shows that they see you in their future. It's a key thing if you're in a relationship with someone and all of their goals are about them and what they're going to do, but none of the goals include you, and none of the goals include the both of you. So if they're talking about, I want to buy a house one day, I want to go on holiday one day, I want to do this, you need to kind of question that, and don't be scared to question it. Say, you know, say to them, what about me? Hello, whoever's come online again, that's 2 people. What are your relationship goals, you know? And as I've just said earlier, if you're single, what are some of your relationship goals for yourself? Hi, I'm Diana. Hi, Diana, thanks. So, you know, basically, like I've just said, so if you're just joining me, it keeps you both on track when you set relationship goals, gives you something to look forward to, it shows commitment. That's probably the key thing here. I've been in relationships before where, and I think actually with my ex, that's one of the reasons where why we're not together. All of his goals didn't include me. I don't think in the it was something like a year and a bit we were together, he ever said, I'd say to him, when would you like to go on holiday one day and stuff, he was like, I don't know, what are your plans for this, or what are your plans for that? It was all about his plans, and that kind of leaves you feeling uncertain when you're in a relationship with someone. If they're not including you in the plans and you're not setting goals together, then what are you doing together? You know, it's gotta, I think what the thing I need to say to people is you need to, don't be scared to sort of say to your partner, look, where's this going? What are the goals for the future? So the 4th thing, so there's only 2 more tips I'm going to give you on this video. It lets you both know where you stand, right? Everyone in life needs certainty, whether you're as an individual or as a couple, but you need that certainty probably even more when you're in a relationship. When you're single, the certainty can come from yourself. So if you need certainty about a job or you need certainty about something, you can take action. When you're in a couple, you both need to take that action because you can't see what's going on in your partner's head. So you both need to commit to these goals so that you both know where you stand. Now, this is something I've got to just, and I'm going to keep it short, but this is a key thing, a key example. There's so many people who want to get married, but right, bye Diana, thank you, thanks for commenting Diana. There's so many people who are either engaged or want to get married, but they've never set a date for the wedding. Now this is a key example of not being on target with where you want to go in your life, but also not setting relationship goals. The whole point of getting engaged is so that you get married. An engagement is a promise of marriage. Now, no one can tell you how long, whether 5-year engagement, 10-year engagement, but I've just known too many people who either get the ring and it's like a shut-up ring, I think that's what they call it, or keep quiet ring. So if your partner gives you an engagement ring but you never ever discuss a date, then this is a key thing that you can use as a relationship goal. It doesn't mean you're on that person's case every day saying, when are we getting married? Why are we not planning it? But one thing I feel is that people use excuses. So they'll say, we haven't got enough money, the kids are not old enough, it's not the right time, we can't afford this venue. Oh, I want to give you a fantastic wedding with all the trimmings and it's going to cost loads, so let's not do something low-key. I'm just going to be honest, I don't think any of them reasons are valid, because once you've been with someone for a certain amount of time and they've given you that engagement ring, that's a proposal to say that I want to marry you. So you need to both sit down at some point and say, even if you say, well, 2 years' time, because I know as a fact that even though I'm not in a relationship at the moment, if I got together with someone, and I've always said this, once they've given me the ring, if I do get an engagement ring, it's a year, maximum 2 years before we get married. I'm not going to have like a 5-year engagement with someone, because in them 5 years while you're sitting there waiting to get married, that person after 5 years could turn around and say, oh, I've fallen out of love with you, or this isn't really working. You've then just wasted 5 years being engaged for no reason. So it lets you know where you stand. So basically certainty. And the final thing about setting relationship goals, this is the final one, is that it makes you feel good. Goal setting just gets your heart racing, you know, gets you pumping, because a goal is where you're defining what you want out of life, what you're going to do to get there, and then the end result when you achieve the goal is the result, so it makes you feel good. So imagine if you're in a relationship with someone, there's obviously a reason you're with that person. If you continuously set goals together, then you're just going to get bigger and bigger, and you're going to grow as a relationship. You have your ups and downs, you know, all relationships do, but I think if more people set relationship goals, you know, you don't have to sit down and write them down at the table, you know, make it formal. But if more people did this, you know, regularly talked about what are our goals, what do we want out of this relationship, what do we want in the next 6 months, what do we want in a year, all these little decisions that people don't make about having kids, about moving into a certain, moving in together, about going on holiday together. What happens is you don't make the decisions because you feel you're going to chase the person away, or because you feel it's like, let's not talk about it. But the less you talk about your goals together, the less you understand each other. You can't understand what your partner's thinking about you, and they can't understand what's going on for you unless you both say, this is our goal. You know, we have a lot of people talking about, yeah, I want to have babies one day. I want to move in with my husband or my partner one day. Yeah, she's the one, she's my wifey, you know, using all these words. They're just words, they're not action. Without setting the goal, without actually doing the goal, achieving the goal, then it's just words. You know, no one's going to be calling me wifey unless I'm your wife. You know, I'm not your wifey because we're a partner, because I'm dating you. No one's going to be moving in with me unless we're on the same path. You know, I'm not giving you the key to my house for you to come and go. I know that this might sound like really harsh, but it's not harsh. It's just I know what I want in a relationship, and I know that I'll work with my partner. We'll talk about our goals. That's when I get another partner. These are things I'm talking about on this video, are things that I've learned in the past. I've had a lot of relationships, I've dated a lot of people, but it's one thing I didn't do. I just went with the flow, like everyone keeps saying. These people, some men I've dated in the past haven't even asked me out, but I've thought it was a relationship. And then before you know it, 3 years have gone by, or 2 years, and they've said, oh, well, we were just kicking it, we were just hanging out, we were just friends, you know, which came as a shock. Set those goals, because it will be good for you to know where you stand. It'll be good for your partner, and then you won't be like my friend 6 years down the line with a child together and not know what's going on in her relationship, not knowing what she would do if her partner proposed. So thanks for tuning in, people. I'll be carrying on doing live videos. I'm going to be probably doing once a month, choose a topic. I'll let people know in advance what I'm going to be talking about, and just get involved, you know, leave your comments, engage with the discussion, but you can also watch it on the catch-up as well. So I'm just going to try and really provide you with value, and if you want more information about my service, then you can go to my Facebook page. Thank you for watching, and hopefully I'll see you on another live video soon. Bye.